Elden Ring. More like, hey everybody, it's the TheGoldenFool or Garrett or whatever you want to call me. Welcome back to another episode of I'm Playing Isaac during the darkest times humanity's seen in a while. But hey, let's play video games and maybe get to that a little bit later. For right now, we just got done with an Eden run where we died at the end, which was pretty great, honestly. Probably the best possible way to lose the streak. I don't think we've played as Maggie yet, and I don't want to. So let's play as Cain. Cain's fun. Nice little pick-me-up between the extra damage and the luck foot. So, yeah, man. It's weird as, like, I wouldn't really classify myself as a content creator as much as I would as a dude who plays Isaac and, like, puts it on the internet occasionally. I don't know if that falls under the classification, but I don't care. But it's weird from this perspective, like, when these crazy world events happen or just generally terrible things. It's like, do I address it, or do I just try to A, enjoy what I'm doing, and B, generally so of course as Cain, this is the exception where we take pills. We take pills when we have bad PhD or regular PhD. We don't take blind pills, I guess is the streak that we're going for. But yeah, I guess it's not really my place to say anything or address anything really here. I mean, even though I'm doing these more for myself, although, I mean, if you enjoy the content, that's great news. Like, I'm glad to have you along board. But I don't know anything enough to really give a solid opinion one way or another for anything. Well, okay, I'm kind of mindlessly talking about it right now. I definitely can give opinions. I think there's a right side and a wrong side of history here. But, I don't know. Maybe just not addressing it is potentially the best way. But of course, talking about it is addressing it. I have used this form of content in this medium as a way to kind of address things in my mind that I haven't gotten a chance to really process, I guess. A form of secondary therapy to supplement the normal therapy that I'm in. You know, maybe that makes some people uncomfortable. Maybe some people say that is a really cool thing. But either way, that's, at least for now, how I've chosen to use this format. And I hope that, you know, works out to entertaining content in one way or another. But we're living through some times, aren't we? And I can only hope that things don't get worse before they get better. I know that's not traditionally the way that this goes. I don't have anything that I can say or do for anybody that I feel like would really help anyone. And I don't mean for this to be such a dark, dramatic start to an episode, or in general just a dark, dramatic thing, but you know, I think that it's easy to sympathize with just feeling, and maybe this is just a selfish way to look at everything, you know, from my own personal scope, but just feeling entirely helpless. Like there's truly nothing I can do about or for the situation at hand, you know? And maybe there is some modicum of something that I could do to influence things in the smallest possible way. Or maybe I'm just being lazy and there's a large way to influence the situation that I haven't even really thought about or have unconsciously chosen to ignore. Either way, it's just, it's hard to see people suffer and go through what is happening right now, both as, like, you know, humanity in general, but of course also the people who are suffering. I'm avoiding saying what the conflict is. I think that everybody knows what I'm talking about. I don't know why I'm avoiding it, but it feels wrong for some reason, and I don't know what that is. I hope that's not insensitive of me to not include the names or, you know, talk directly about what's happening. But in the smallest sense, it's on my mind, so why not talk about it here on this tiny little platform I have, my own little cozy space to kind of share what little thoughts I do have about the situation. I emailed my history professor about the current events that are going on, because I told him that, you know, to me it almost paralleled a lot of the events that we talked about throughout the semester that was cheap the semester last year. And I don't know, he gave some good insight and some, I would say, wise and interesting opinions that both made me feel better and made me feel worse. I don't know. I don't really know if there is a feeling better in the situation that we're in, right? I mean, we've already had some pretty dark times. And I'll be honest with you, even though these videos right now are mainly for me anyways, feel free to comment if, you know, if you're just like, hey, let's not talk about the depressing shit anymore. Let's just have some chipper A-tier gaming. And, you know, if people hate it all, I'll move on from it. But again, I'm just kind of addressing what's on my mind here. I don't know if there's really a way to feel better about what's going on in this situation, you know? It's just, it's hard to believe that we're living through these times. You know, you think that, like, the kind of things that are happening are things that would only happen in the past. And yet they're happening right in front of us, you know? It's fucking bizarre. And it's sad. And it feels almost disrespectful to just go on and not think about it, do something about it, be a part of it in some way. Again, what can I do? What can any of us do? But anyways, I felt like I would at least address some of my vague scatterbrained thoughts that I had about what's going on. I know I didn't really say much of anything, but it's I find for myself more often than not, it's good to just get that kind of thing out of myself rather than keep it in me. And maybe this isn't an appropriate platform to do so, but it's my platform, so I chose to do so. We're gonna have some hyper energetic episodes and some depressing episodes, so just buckle up. We'll have a time together, and I think I could have played the blipping or some more, but it's fine. Aside from that, for now, it probably won't be the last time that I bring it up. Maybe not even in this episode, but how are you? I hope you're doing well today, and that despite everything that's going on, you've found a way to, at the very least, keep your mind off of things, you know? I hope you're safe, and I hope your day has been as cheery as it could be, you know? Some people are better about not thinking about this kind of thing and not letting it influence them. And if you're one of those people, then that's awesome. I'm glad that you can find a way to, you know, retain your happiness. And it sounds almost like sarcastic, right? Like, oh, good for you. But, like, genuinely, like, a lot of the times I'm jealous of people who have that kind of strength over their mind. People who can, in these times, find a way to keep themselves, you know, distracted at the very least. I think we're going to donate a ton here. But yeah, overall, I hope your day has been good. I hope that it continues to be good. And I hope that you're having some fun with whatever you're doing. I think today... oh, Kane doesn't start with a paperclip right now. I think today is the day that Elden Ring came out. And I've really only played Bloodborne for, like, in terms of Soulsborne games. Sorry, I ate Taco Bell for the 6th time in a row, so I probably have a little bit of hiccups, I guess. Oh, that's really good. Look how tiny he is. He's all little boy. Shout out to Giles. Shout out to Hank the Tank, by the way. But I don't remember what I was talking about. Well, either way, life on my side has been okay lately. Not much has changed in terms of anything major. Still just going through the motions of school and everything, you know? I'm hoping that I can maintain good enough grades and get everything done to be done with my schooling by spring of next year, and if so, I can take my master's, and I'm planning to do that out of the country. So I mean, we're getting closer and closer to major life developments. Sometimes I struggle with the concept of enjoying things while they're happening, you know? Like living in the moment, I guess. Sometimes I have a hard time really appreciating where I'm at and what I have, and I lose sight. And it's easy to do, right? Especially for, like, I would consider myself a goal-oriented person now. Am I consistently working towards those goals? No, I'm not. But I do try to work towards them, and so I'm thinking a lot more than experiencing. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's easy to lose track of where I am in the moment. So I guess my goal as a person over this next year is to just enjoy the time that I'm here, you know? And just enjoy the small things that are bringing me happiness. Right now, I have a girlfriend who's very good to me. And I've gotten back into Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is silly, right? But it's something that brings me a lot of joy. I get to go to tournaments and meet new people. My roommate Nick and I, there's some personal information for you, went to a tournament last night, and I got absolutely floored. Last place, barely even put up a fight. But there was a point in the tournament, I think it was round 2? Yeah, round 2, where I got paired up against Nick. And he was piloting, which basically just means playing. It's just a fancy fucking term for nothing. But he was piloting a deck that I had built, just as like a secondary kind of deal, right? Because his deck hasn't come in yet, and we haven't like put it all together and everything. So as of right now, he's just using a secondary to just come and play and get used to the rules and everything. He's been playing for a while, but he spent the entire night before the tournament. I didn't know this until like about an hour before the tournament, or maybe a few hours before the tournament. But he was like, "All right, man, I think I'm actually ready this time," because he got last place last time. He's like, "I think I'm actually ready this time." I spent he said I was up till 4 a.m. practicing the deck and the combos, and I had gone to bed at like 11, 12, so that's at least 4 dedicated hours of him just opening his hand, drawing 5 cards from the deck and practicing the combos from there. And we dueled a few times before the tournament, and man, it was crazy to see the amount of improvement that he's done. He was a lot more confident. He knew what he was doing. There wasn't a lot of reading of the cards and everything. He just actually he knew what cards he wanted. He knew how to get to where he wanted in board state and everything like that. And he made it happen. And I was really impressed. And to be honest with you, a little intimidated. So we got paired up in the tournament, and we both laughed and smiled because we were both like, we knew this would happen at some point, right? Like, we knew going to these tournaments that we would have to be paired with each other, and it came down to it. And it's been a minute since I've had as much pure fun as I had going to that tournament with Nick and playing against him. Now, let me say this. It was by far the best fight of the night for me, because it was one of the very few duels where I didn't just get absolutely mud stomped, just thrown into the ground, caked with my own cake batter, and just mercilessly high-fived to the face. Because every other fight was pretty much like that. These people are playing highly meta. And with Nick, it was just fun. We were laughing the whole time, just fucking hooping, hollering, but trying to maintain seriousness, and it was like the best friendly rivalry anime fucking experience I've ever had in my life. And I live for that right now. Like, that small modicum of entertainment joy that this brings me is not... It's a small thing, man, but I think it's one of the most important things to remember and hold on to, especially in these hard times, to just really appreciate the joy that I experienced in that moment. And it was awesome. It was really awesome. I met a few people that I wasn't a super big fan of at the tournament, but I also met a couple people that I thought were really cool, and we did some fun trades. I got some cards and a new deck that I had been wanting to... I'm not going to say that I'm going to play it because I played it on the virtual version. Long story short, it's not a great deck, but I got the deck because I thought it would be fun. Got to do some trades, meet some cool people, and I don't know. I sat there and talked to the shop owner for like 30 minutes because I got just wiped really early in one of the fucking meetings, or one of the duels. Meetings. I want to play a fucking business card game where the fights are called meetings. And you have to listen to It's Business Time by Flight of the Conchords the entire time that you're playing. But overall, it was just an awesome experience. I don't remember why I brought it up in the first place. I think maybe I was talking about living in the moment and enjoying the time, and that was one of the times. Things have been dark for me and for everybody lately. We are gonna take this. Okay. And it's important to have those small moments, man, because right now that small moment means the world to me. I mean, even today I got some new cards in the mail, and I'm very excited about that. And I can't wait to put them to the test against Nick and the people at the shop next time I get a chance, man. It's just exciting to me that I like get to go try these new things and be like, all right, I got my ass whooped last time, but let's see how we do this time. I mean, I got dead last time, right? So I mean, worst that can happen is I get second to dead last. And even just for playing, I still got a card pack, which is fun, you know. And the more you win, the more card packs you get. So there's excitement there. Let's see here. Joe's Computer Shop Saga. Let's talk about that. So, Monsieur Joe sent me home with my computer minus my graphics card and minus my hard drive. So up until this point, I have replaced my CPU, and that sucked, and my RAM. So he actually, that's pretty good. So he sure, are we on depths too? No. So he basically, we're doing some troubleshooting to determine what's causing the issues, right? So he sent me home this time with his own graphics card and his own hard drive to see if I could replicate some of the issues that I've been having. So today, now that I've finally had a chance to breathe, and you know, I've had more chances to breathe, but like Wednesday I didn't really want to do anything but whatever I wanted to do. You ever had one of those days? A lot of those days lately have been that way for me. It's just one of those days. Everybody sucks. Or is it? Anyways. Fuck, what was I talking about? I have dumb-ass brain. Shout to the camera. Took my computer home. The brain is crazy. Took my computer home, and I finally got it plugged up today to actually like test some stuff out. And yeah, who would have guessed? I'm still having the same issues big time. So that does suck. But on the bright side, oh, that's so good. On the bright side, that means it's likely not my graphics card or hard drive. So with all the things that I've replaced and all the troubleshooting that we've done, this is a bad idea. Yep. That pretty much just leaves at this point the motherboard and power supply. And I'm starting to lean on my power supply being faulty. But that wouldn't explain the underclocking problems that I've had with my CPU. So perhaps it's the motherboard. Maybe it's a combination of both. But either way, I'm hopefully still in the return period to be able to RMA those. What does RMA stand for? Return to Manufacturer Authorization? Maybe. That'd be crazy if I just happened to guess that just now. But, yeah, so that's good news. Joe is currently on his birthday vacation, from what I've been told, and fucking good for him, man. I don't know much about the man, but he seems like a good hard worker, so I mean, hey, even if you're not, people deserve vacations, so I'm happy for him. Why is RoboFly or Botfly larger? Does HiveMind increase the size of your... Does HiveMind increase the size of your fly orbitals as well? That would be nutty. Really good, but nutty. Also, I'm getting lost in the sauce of, like, where my little man's is. Either way, we're getting step by step closer to figuring out what the fuck is even happening with my computer, and I'm really leaning on power supply. I don't know, man. I left him a big ass note on my computer, and I think he'll be back in town on Monday, so I'll get to go turn it back into him then. Hell yeah, raindrop. And you know, we'll get one step closer there, figuring out what the hell is going on. Hopefully, you know, it's really easy to get frustrated and just be like, man, I'm just gonna fucking sell every individual piece of my computer, call it a loss, and then just buy a fucking pre-built. And then there's the other part of me that's like, don't give up, dude. Like, you've come this far with it, like, you shouldn't try to give up. But it is frustrating, man. I just want to fucking be done with the whole kit and caboodle. I just want to have a computer that works, and I feel like it's not that tall of a fucking ask. But of course, we're living through a chip shortage, so, you know, save all those lays you got. They call me the bag of lays because I'm filled with hot air, fucking all the ladies and getting crumbs in their hair. There we go. New Earth Gang came out today. I don't know if you guys are interested in Earth Gang. I know at least one of my people who potentially will watch this video is interested in Earth Gang, so hey man, that's some hype sauce. I'll probably record another video today, maybe several. I have some homework I gotta do, and then I've been putting off my laundry for the past, I don't know, 3 months. It's not really that bad, but I do really need to do my laundry. So I will do that. I will do that today. But next week I am going to New York, which is awesome. It's something that I wanted to do earlier this year, but got canceled because COVID was popping off again. And now I actually have the opportunity to get to go. My plane ticket is all bought, so unless something happens between now and next week, things should be good to go. And I'm gonna hope for the best and not assume the worst. Hopefully that's the best possible thing I can do. You know, some people say to assume the worst, hope for the best. I'm gonna hope for the best and not assume the worst. What do they say? Assume the worst, hope for the best? Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's setting myself up for pain in the future, but it looks pretty likely that I'm gonna get to go. And I'll be there for about a business week. Let's see here. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wait, what? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? 5-ish days. 6-ish days. Almost a whole week. Fuck, that's exciting. And I have no idea what I'm going to do when I get there. I have a friend who lives in New York. She's going to let me stay with her. And I think she has like places she's gonna want to take me and like hang out and stuff like that and catch up, which is exciting and nerve-wracking because I haven't seen this person in a while, and I'm an awkward fucking bean of a man. But I'm really excited for the opportunity to take my camera and take pictures and potentially videos of all of the things that I get to do out there. You know, I've never been to New York. I've always wanted to go, but I just never had the opportunity to go. And plane tickets were pretty cheap. I had a free place to stay, man. So I need to record a backlog, but I don't know if that will get done or not. Also, we're gonna have a guaranteed chance to go to Satan this time. Interesting. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know if I'll record a backlog or not. I should, but I'm not in the place where I want to push myself right now. So I find it more likely that I'll probably just take the week off, which is a lot less fun for consistency and viewership. But we'll just see, you know? Like I said, I don't want to push myself too hard, because I have a lot of things going on in my life. And I'm trying to leave equal room for everything, and sometimes that gets kind of tough. So that's why I don't always have a backlog. It's why I don't always have videos coming out on time. In fact, ever since I've been starting to use the excuse of my computer being broken, I haven't had a video on time since what, episode 3? And this will be episode 10, I think? Which, by the way, if this is episode 10, and I think it is, what an occasion. It's a very small milestone, but it's a milestone nonetheless. Fuck landlords. It's a milestone nonetheless, so thanks very much for hanging out with me and watching the videos if you did. Here's to another 10, or at the very least another 1, you know? Small steps. Small steps. I think I've made this reference before, but Small Steps is the continuation of the Holes saga, featuring ya boy Armpit in his first solo book and only solo book. I haven't read it since I was young, but I remember really liking Small Steps. It was a cool book. I have the song stuck in my head from that, but I've never heard it. I don't know if there's an actual song, but it was written out in a way that I felt like I could hear. You know, maybe it's just good writing. So no deal, obviously. I mean, we technically got a deal, but it's just Satan. So we'll go down. Ooh, a fetus in a jar. Challenge number 9. Ooh, we should start doing challenges soon. Maybe the next video I do will be a challenge video. Now that we've gotten 10 wins under, or maybe we should finish Mom first and then start doing challenge videos. Finish Mom's heart completion. That is. This room is going to be challenging. Okay. I still don't know what King Man and Little Man do. Okay. Okay. Just one of those days.
Full health.
Unlike Isaac last time, unless I keep taking dumbass damage like that, we should have this one. Blackheart, calling it. Give me 20 bucks. Edmund. This room I'm going to get hit in. Everybody be ready. Hurt! Holy shit. That would have been... Well, can't say I didn't warn you. Fuck. Okay, we're hemorrhaging a little bit. Just one of those days. Everybody sucks. It's just one of those days. You don't want to wear socks. Everybody keeps saying, man, put on some socks. And you're like, nah, I don't want to wear socks. Hematemesis is probably one of the best pills I could get right now. Okay, you know, that's fine. Power Pill's good. Power Pill's good. Range up is fine. I think we'll take Power Pill among us. 3, 2, 1. I counted down as if I actually like knew the timing or something like that. That was just a big guess among anything else. Focus 1. Focus 1. Okay. Focus 2. Done. Alright, Satan's the hard one, so we're going to go ahead and blam. Holy shit, the frames came in handy there. That's where the actual power comes from, is my frames. Okay, and we'll Power Pill as an emergency. Oh my god, we can make big old rings! Fighting Satan with the power of his own symbol. Dude, if this is an ancient religious, like, fucking symbology, I don't know what is. That was Totes Narnar. Unlock the bomb in a bag. We're getting pretty close to completing the negative. We still have a few more. You know what I'm saying, dog? How many endings do we have? Stats. Endings. 9? What? Oh, we have 2 more Mom's Heart kills? Because ending 12 is what? Yeah. And then ending 13 is... Yeah. Okay. All right. He said as if he actually knew what those fucking endings were. But all right. This has been Garrett of the Golden Fool, whatever you want to call me. It's been an interesting episode, but thanks for hanging out. It felt good to get some stuff off my mind. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.